welcome back. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 10 all new DIY amazing Dollar Tree decor crafts that you guys are gonna have to try. They're so fun, fabulous, and easy to do on a total budget. So let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafty. I am so excited to share this DIY with y'all. We are going to create a super adorable, easy summertime wreath. So I'm starting out with this grapevine base that I grabbed from Walmart, and then using some greenery, I'm just going to add some greenery picks to the base and then along the top. So just a little tip when you guys create wreaths, it's really great to kind of just start with some greenery first and then add in flowers and bows. So again, I'm just cascading my greenery up the side of the wreath and then some down the side, and I am using some dabs of hot glue as well. Now I'm taking this Dollar Tree lemon branch that I created, and to create a lemon branch, you'll just grab some Dollar Tree lemons and then one of their cotton stems and then just hot glue them to the cotton stem, and then I added one of the little Dollar Tree foliage garland around that, and that created this really pretty little lemon branch stem. And so I had two of those, and I'm actually going to just zip tie these in one spot, kind of the center heaviest spot of them, and then that's going to add my lemons on. Now I do have an Amazon store that I'll link lemons in as well if you can't find them at Dollar Tree. I know it can be kind of hit or miss. Also, I know Walmart carries them. I've heard that that's a really great deal as well. The next thing I want to do is create a super little easy bow. I had this black and white ribbon in my stash. I believe I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, and so I'm just going to use the easy bow maker. You guys could always make an Olivia bow, and again, I'll link my bow video for you down below, but just use the easy bow maker if you're using it. This is a 6-inch bow. I love the easy bow maker. It just goes side to side. You have this cute little bow. You push your ribbon side to side, and then your bow is made. So it's really, seriously, super easy. And you guys can pick those up at Michael's, or I believe Deco Exchange sells them as well. I think they're like 13 bucks. Okay, now I'm taking a zip tie again, and I'm going to zip tie my little easy bow to my wreath. I've really been loving zip ties lately. I think they work better, honestly, in my opinion, than pipe cleaners. And I've just honestly run out of pipe cleaners, so I switched to zip ties, but they have a really sturdy hold. And you guys can easily cover up the little zip tie part with a piece of greenery. Now I'm using some of the little Dollar Tree lilacs, and I'm using the white to kind of give some dimension to my wreath. Again, I did just clip them off of the stem, and then I'm popping them in using a little dibble dabble of hot glue. And then voila, you guys have a super adorable, easy wreath on a total budget. So ready for some spring, summer fun. This is going into my kitchen, and I actually found this gold frame from the flea market, I believe. Actually, my husband brought it home for me, and so I'm just going to pop that in. The frame is going to surround it, so that's kind of a fun idea too. You guys can use is to frame your wreath out, and then here it is popped into my little Hoosier cabinet. It's an old Hoosier cabinet I picked up at a garage sale years and years ago. It's always been like a center staple piece in my kitchen. So fun to decorate with, and I can't wait to share with you all the rest of these DIY projects. So excited because this video is a collaboration with my amazing friend Heidi Sambal at Heidi Sambal DIY. You guys are going to absolutely adore her. She does amazing high-end DIY decor projects using mostly items from the Dollar Tree or the thrift store. She is a crazy genius, crafty mama. If you guys love my channel, you're going to love her. Pop over to Heidi's video. She's also doing 10 spring DIYs as well. Tell her that Olivia said hello in her comment section, and definitely check her out. You guys are going to absolutely adore her. She's an amazing friend, wife, mama, all that kind of good stuff. Also, if you guys are new from Heidi's channel, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home. I'm a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with y'all how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a budget. I have my trusty assistant, Benji Bear. He looks like he's napping, but he's not. He's getting creative juices flowing by, well, napping. So anyway, thank you guys for being here, and let's go ahead and jump into the rest of this DIY video. So I was on the Pottery Barn website and I found these baskets for $100 plus, and I decided to recreate my own using some Dollar Tree and inexpensive supplies. So from the hardware store, I grabbed several bundles of rope, and it was $4.96 for this rope. I got it from Harbor Freight, but I believe Lowe's and Home Depot also has rope as well. And I got this idea from you guys. You informed me that rope was so much cheaper at the hardware store. So thank you for that. Now I'm taking this Dollar Tree laundry basket and I'm starting out by hot gluing the base of it with the rope and just beginning to wind it around. And as you get to the parts where there's spaces in between the basket, you just kind of hot glue more on top of the rope and then on the little slats that you're hot gluing on top of. I also suggest trying out the smaller basket from Dollar Tree that's like an organizing basket that has little handles. That will work as well, and it may be a little bit less intensive with the amount of rope that you may need. The laundry basket was fairly large, which I knew going into this, but I wanted something to hold my throw pillows. I have such a thing for throw pillows. So just continue to hot glue your rope in and around the basket as you move your way upwards towards the top of the basket. Pop some fun music on or a show, because this is a little bit tedious with all of the gluing. And also make sure you have plenty of glue sticks before starting this project. I'm also using these little Dollar Tree clips. They come in the Crafters Square section, and there's like $6 to a bundle, and they're super awesome for rope projects or pretty much any little Dollar Tree project. So here's how it's looking so far after I got about halfway through the basket. Again, just continuing to glue and glue and glue some more. So once I got to the top part of my basket, I just used my wire cutters and quickly cut the top of the basket off. You could also use scissors as well. Now I'm just taking this last piece of rope as I get to the end of the rope and hot gluing it kind of to the lip part of the basket and using the clips to kind of hold it on. And so as the glue dried, I just moved the clips down and it came out really, really, really pretty. And I'm gonna have to share with you guys what I did next, which is also really exciting. So I used 2 rolls of rope for this. I believe there was about 150 foot on the rope, and it was about $4.96 per grouping of bundles. So I had about $15 in the basket plus $1 from buying the little basket. The next thing I did was I decided to braid some handles for my loopy handles. So I'm taking some rope and I just hot glued the end of the rope and then zip tied the end together so the hot glue will stick, which kind of worked. And then I'm just braiding it like you would braid your hair until I get the length of the basket. And you can see that I tried out one side of doing this before I shared it with you guys, and it worked pretty well to use zip ties to hold the handles on while the glue dried. You can also take and unfurl the rope to where you get a smaller piece of rope, and that works as well. It was a little bit tricky though getting these handles on, as you guys can see, but I just took like a little section of a smaller bit of the rope and then tied them on. Now I really think I liked hot gluing and zip tying a little bit better because it got the rope handles on a little bit easier than that. And here's how I did that. I just pulled some of the rope apart and then poked it down to just kind of tie on the side of the basket. I have a whole new respect for people that do basket weaving at this point. Now, how adorable did this basket turn out? My daughter popped out to my studio and she was like, wow, Mom, that looks like something that you would see at Pier 1. So I know she was probably trying to be really nice, but it was really sweet and it made my heart feel so good. I was pretty pleased with it as well. For this next DIY, you're going to need some Dollar Tree nautical rope, and I believe I used about 5 bundles in one of the little Dollar Tree planters. Now you can choose any planter. So the bigger planter, you'll need more nautical rope, and a smaller planter you'll need a smaller amount of rope. But you're going to start out by hot gluing the rope to the base of your planter and then just begin to wind it around your planter. And what we're creating here is a little faux beehive. I have always admired these and thought they were so adorable, and for whatever reason, I've never created one. I think I've even had you guys request that I create one, so I'm finally getting around to it. So this is really actually really easy. You just need several bundles of nautical rope. Again, I believe I used 5, and I did cut off the little tip of the nautical rope and then just kind of pressed it in. And then once I got done with one loop or strand of nautical rope, I would just add a new one right where the other one had left off. So it's fairly easy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can also decorate these, which I've seen come out really cute. I wanted mine to be actually though just a little bit simpler. And then once you get towards the top, you just continue to run that nautical rope. And then once you get towards the center part of the top, you'll just kind of give it a little swirly bird. So you'll just kind of swirl it to where it just kind of creates like a little loop in the center. And then you can use black felt, or you can use paint. I ended up using paint for the little beehive door or little entrance for your little bumblebee to enter into. And I actually only have a couple of little bumblebee pillows and then a DIY book that I created. So I don't have a lot of bumblebee stuff, but you guys let me know if you have some advice on where some cute bumblebees might be. So now I'm just taking and I'm adding in my little bumblebee door with some black paint. So this seemed to be really easy and not a big deal, not a hard thing to do at all. I think this is something you could do pretty much with any age as long as you're supervising with the glue gun. And again, you can get so creative with it by adding a bow and some cute doodly dads to the top of it. Now using some hot glue and a smaller piece of nautical rope, I just added the little bumblebee door, and then there you have that. And I decided that I wanted my beehive to be a little bit more hivey at the top, which I'm not sure that makes sense, but I'm just using some hot glue and I'm adding one more strand of the nautical rope. And you can see Benji Bear down there. He was crafting as well, and he's so good at getting into everything while I'm crafting. Oh my goodness, he's like a little kid, but anyway, it's so fun having him around. Okay, so I'm just continuing to swirl all the way up to the top, and then I even created like a little handle at the top of it just by gluing that into the center part. And then there you have that, a fabulous little bumblebee hive on a total budget. I thought this was so fun and easy and adorable, and I'm not sure why I haven't ever tried any bumblebee stuff recently, but now I think I'm going to, and I really need to find a cute little bumblebee to add to my hive. So you guys are definitely going to have to let me know where those might be. Maybe I'll check out Hobby Lobby. I did notice when I was in last time that they did have some fun bumblebee goodies. This next DIY, I'm so excited to share with you how to create a super easy little Dollar Tree tray. So you're going to grab from the party section one of the Dollar Tree plastic trays, and then I'm just using this farmer's market calendar that I found last season, and I'm cutting out the fresh lemonade. And I will tell you guys can go on to Google and type in farm fresh lemonade or fresh squeezed lemonade and find some great printables if you don't happen to have this calendar, so don't panic. And now I'm just taking some Mod Podge in my little brush, and I'm giving it a nice healthy dose of Mod Podge here to Mod Podge my little lemonade sign on to make my trays. So I was so excited to try this out. I completely forgot about my farmer's market calendar and that there's probably some fun summer goodies because I think it came out in the fall. I remember one of the first DIYs I did with it in the fall. So anyway, now I'm also taking some chalk paint, and I did just chalk paint about 2 layers around my little fresh squeezed lemonade side. Let that dry, and then the next morning I just added a little bit of black paint around the edges with my brush to give it kind of that enamel wear look that I've been sharing with you guys. It looks kind of like really farmhouse chic. So again, get creative with it. You guys can use really any color that you're decorating your kitchen with, and especially if you're using lemons. And if you do have the fresh market calendar, there's different ones to choose from with apples and all different kinds of things. So really you guys could create any tray, but because I am decorating with some lemons in my kitchen, I just thought the fresh squeezed lemonade would be perfect. So anyway, I hope you guys are loving it and are just excited to make a cute little tray for yourself. Now here is how it turned out, and I just popped it into my little hutch with all of my kitchen decor goodies. Now it's time to decorate a super adorable summer lantern. So this lantern I grabbed at Dollar General, and I'm just going to hot glue gently a piece of foam to the bottom, and then using these little Dollar Tree greenery picks, which I absolutely love. If you pop into your Dollar Tree, you have to check out their new greenery. I just clipped apart one stem of the greenery and then popped them in all the different sides of the little lantern, and then I'm adding in some Dollar Tree green moss just to kind of fill it out and make it really nice and springy, summery. Now I'm adding in some more of this Dollar Tree foliage, but really you guys could use any foliage that you have on hand. The next thing I really thought would be super adorable was to pop in some of these Dollar Tree lemons. Now for my lemons, and also these limes are now available at the Dollar Tree. I was so excited to find them. All you have to do is pop off the end of the lime or lemon, add a dab of hot glue, and then push in one of your little floral stems that you have left over from a floral. You could also use like a little kebab stick, but the floral stems work absolutely perfectly. And so I decided to pop some lemons and limes into this, and how adorable does this look so far? I feel like it's so fun and springy, summery, fresh. This is going to be popped in either on my dining room table or in my kitchen, just for a little splash of summer zest greenery, and a little bit of a lemon lime zest as well. I've really been crushing on citruses lately. And so then I'm just continuing to add a little bit more greenery, and then you can use a flickering flameless candle to pop into the center of that. I added some moss also over that. Dollar Tree sells Spanish moss and also the green moss in their crafting section. And then the flickering flameless candles, you guys can get these anywhere. I love to grab mine off of Amazon. Right now they're $13, and then I think they have like a couple dollar off coupon. I made a quick little loopy Olivia bow, just 2 loops on each side. Check my bow video down below if you need help making bows. And then I'm just going to tie it on with this cute little lemon ribbon that they have available from Dollar Tree. Give it a nice healthy fluffing. Oh, and the black and white striped ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. So, but Dollar Tree has ribbon, or really any ribbon you have in your craft stash. I'm just using what I already have in my stash. So here it is popped into my cute little kitchen cabinet area. I thought it looked super adorable. Oh, so fun and fabulous for just on a budget little project and making a happy little lantern. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I'm so excited to share with you how you can take 2 of the Dollar Tree longer signs, and I'm using the love signs left over from Valentine's Day, but you guys could use any of their longer signs, or if you just have a long board on hand, we're going to make a super adorable little farmhouse chic sign. But I'm taking 2 of these signs and I'm just going to chalk paint them with some chalk paint. And I will tell you that I do prefer the Waverly white chalk paint. I had the Kilns brand on hand, so that's what I'm using. The next thing I did was flip this over, and then I'm just hot gluing popsicle sticks to the back to get my sign to stay on there nice and sturdy. And then you'll have a nicer, larger sign that you can make a larger, like, you know, Hobby Lobby inspired little sign with. So now I'm taking this Our Farmhouse little flag, and this is a garden flag that you'll find in the Dollar Tree garden section, and they're kind of rolled up, but I'm going to tell you, these come out amazing when you add them to signs. They're so easy to Mod Podge. The Mod Podge fits really flat on there and you don't have any bubbles, which is incredible, which I love. So I'm just going to trim off all the little edges of the sign, and I did remove the plastic topper that normally would come on the garden flag sign. And then it fit fairly well on the two Dollar Tree signs that I glued together. So now I'm going to use a generous layer of Mod Podge. And this is just Mod Podge that I grabbed from Walmart. Dollar Tree also carries this Mod Podge as well. So this is just so easy. It's such a fun way to make a sign. I've also made a sign similar to this using the lemon flag from Dollar Tree, and they have a really cute gnome flag out as well. I kind of have a little thing for their flags and their signs, but I thought this little Our Farmhouse sign would just be perfect for my kitchen. I have little roosters in there, so it's kind of like a French country farmhouse chic vibe going on. So I just thought this would be so cute. So again, I added a layer of Mod Podge, and then I did take some Mod Podge and run that over the entire thing to seal it off and also give it like a little bit of sheen. This is the glossy Mod Podge. They actually make glossy and matte, and they also make a waterproof Mod Podge if you guys didn't know that. So anyway, now I'm just taking this lamb's ear. You can grab a lamb's ear at Walmart for $2 a bundle, and I'm hot gluing it kind of end to end to the top of this, and then I'm just taking this ribbon and making a little loopy bow here. So you just take the ribbon, loop it over on itself. I wanted to make the bow somewhat small. Actually, you guys know I love big bows, but for this one, I didn't want it to overtake our sign. So here's a little hack for you. You can take a longer piece of ribbon that you have left over, tie it onto the center of your bow, and voila, you have a fabulous little bow, totally easy. And then you also have tails. So just give it a bit of fluffing. Again, I did get this ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and then you can hot glue that to the center part of your little sign. And this was so fun and easy to make, and I feel like it came out really super adorable for such a total budget project. And then don't forget to dovetail your ends. So by dovetailing, I mean cut a little triangle in an upwards direction to finish off your ribbon. Give it a nice boutique finish. You could also do like a little side cut as well. You just don't want your ends to be all floppy after you've spent so much time on your little beautiful project here. I did end up also adding some greenery to the base of this. Again, just using some of that lamb's ear, but you guys could use any greenery that you love. I thought since it was a farmhouse sign, I thought that the lamb's ear would look super adorable. And so I just hot glued that to the base, and voila, I have a fabulous little farmhouse sign on a total budget. And I didn't have to use my Cricut, although I do love my little Cricut toy. But look how cute this turned out. It goes perfectly in with my little kitchen hutch decor, and just so fun and fabulous on a total budget. Now this next Dollar Tree DIY is super easy, and let me tell you, I feel like the results are fabulous. So you're going to grab one of the Dollar Tree tote bags, and I found the Good Vibes Only and You're a Peach. When I saw them, I knew instantly I wanted to make throw pillows out of them. You guys know I love to make throw pillows out of pretty much everything under the sun: placemats, tea towels, and tote bags. So just take one of the Dollar Tree tote bags and remove the handles from it, and these are kind of like a little bit of like a cotton canvas or cotton material, so they just went perfectly, and they already have that little tote bag lip on the top. So you're just going to take, and after you stuff it with some stuffing, I just used pillow stuffing from a pillow that had seen better days that I wasn't using, and so I'm repurposing and reusing, which I love as well. But you'll just take that little lip and turn it under, and then you can hot glue the end part of your pillow together, and it already has really nice seams along the edges, so you only have to hot glue this one edge, which I absolutely love as well. Now listen, if you guys have a sewing machine or you just want to stitch this up, that will work too. You guys know that I love to use my hot glue gun, so it works perfectly fine. These are going to be popped out on my little patio most likely, or I may put these in my little basket next to my fireplace. So anyway, have fun with it, get creative, and go for it. Now here is how my pillows looked, all popped into my adorable little basket. I love the good vibes only. This is going to be so super cute on my patio. I have a covered patio, which I've been decorating and all of that fun stuff. And I believe I'm also going to use some Scotch Guard to Scotch Guard the pillows so they stay nice and fresh. And there's Benji Bear. He had to check everything out and he started getting into my garland. This garland is from Hobby Lobby, in case you guys are wondering about the garland. But say hey to Benji Bear. He's my trusty assistant, also my creative director, and he's snoozing right now. He likes to snooze on the job because he gets into literally everything. But he's actually a pretty good boy and doesn't chew up too much stuff. This next Dollar Tree DIY is so fun and easy, and all you need is a little wood plaque from the Dollar Tree Crafters Square section and some pretty paper and a little candlestick. So I chose this kind of black and white buffalo check plaid paper from Hobby Lobby. It's only 69 cents, and you can even find their paper on sale and get a better deal. I traced out the size of the plaque, and then I'm going to Mod Podge the paper to the plaque and then pop it onto my little candlestick. So this is a super easy, fun project. Anybody can do this. You guys could also use a little plate, but I just thought this plaque would be perfect. I have these cute little faux muffins that I love to decorate with that I get off of Amazon. I'll leave a link for you guys in the description box below. The next step to this fun and easy, adorable little craft is to add some Mod Podge. And don't add too much, but I will tell you that wood takes a lot of Mod Podge because it absorbs really quickly. And so you kind of have to work quickly and also use quite a bit. But I did fine with this. I just had a little bit of a dibble dabble spill, and then I just grabbed my little sponge and sponged it up. And then you can just add your pretty paper, and look at how adorable this looks. I think it's so cute and it's so easy. You gotta love a cute, fun, easy craft. I also added some Mod Podge to the top of this, and again, you can use waterproof Mod Podge if you're going to be placing something that may get wet on top of your little stand, which would be really cute to do, like put it next to your sink and add like some dish soap or something fun like that. Now I'm taking this cute little Dollar Tree candlestick and I'm going to hot glue my plaque to the top of that, and voila, I have this fabulous little cake stand that was a total budget project. And then I decided to go one step further and add a little bit of black paint around the edges to just give it a little bit more of a farmhouse chic style. So it worked perfectly. It's so easy to use with these little brushes, and it's a total budget. I love it. It's a total win for me as well. This next DIY is so fun and easy. So I'm just using this family as the heart of our home. This was left over from Valentine's Day, and I do love this sign in its original form. I displayed it next to my coffee bar and it was perfect, and I actually picked up two, one to craft with and one to use as is. But I'm going to take some sandpaper and I'm just going to sand off the letters to make them a little bit more smooth. My idea is to create a fun little sign to go next to my beehive. Again, this is the first year that I've ever really done any bee decor, but I think it's really cute and super trendy. I noticed Hobby Lobby had a huge honeybee section, as well as Walmart put out bee pillows, which I actually did grab some bee pillows from Walmart. They're $5 in their outdoor garden section. I'm using them on my patio. They are adorable. Back to the sign, you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to use some Mod Podge, and I'm going to Mod Podge a nice little hardy layer on the base of my sign, and then add my cute little honeybee sign part. And this honey bee came from the farmers market calendar that they did put out last season. I found it in my crafting stash. I was super excited to find it, and I did do a blog post with a cute little honeybee printable as well. So if you guys go to my Livy's Romantic Home blog, you can look at some of my printables I post on there, so you guys can check that out. I'll leave it a link in the description box for you guys below. If you didn't happen to find the calendar, you can maybe use that printable. It's not exactly like this, but it's pretty cute. I did add a layer of Mod Podge on top of my sign just to seal it in as well. Now this is the glossy Mod Podge, but you guys could choose matte or really whatever suits your fancy and floats your boat. I kind of thought about painting the frame black, but I decided just to leave it as is. Let me know what you guys think. I thought it looked nice offsetting the little lantern that I used on the other side, so that's kind of why I didn't go for black on it. But I do think that the frame would be really cute painted black, or even white and then distressed with some black paint. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But here is popped into my super adorable little kitchen setting. I'm loving it. So fun and fabulous. Oh, and if you guys need a good new summer candle, lemon cake pop candle from Bath & Body Works smells phenomenal. It smells so delicious, like a lemon cake pop. Now, last but not least, to finish up this fun little spring summer moment, I am going to take this clear plate from the Dollar Tree. Do you guys see my Mod Podge pretty much just roll across the table? I don't know how it didn't spill everywhere. Anyway, you're going to add a lot of Mod Podge for this project, but it does dry clear, I promise you. And then I've had this cute little tea towel, and it says bloom where you're planted. This is also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to Mod Podge the tea towel to my plate. So I've never tried this before. I actually saw this craft on TikTok, so I'm trying out a TikTok craft, so bear with me here. So I will tell you that you need a lot of glue, especially around the edges. And so once I had this down, I ended up adding more glue around the edge and even just dabbed the rest of the glue that was in my brush on the back of the plate. And I had to let it dry overnight because there was so much glue on there. But you guys would be so amazed at the results. Now, the only tricky part I felt like was trimming off the edges of the plate once it was all dried. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas for me on that. To be honest with you, I really need to get some new scissors. I had some really nice crafting scissors and I lost them, and I have cleaned my craft room top to bottom. I still cannot find them. They are in the abyss somewhere of Craftland. And if you guys are a crafter, you know what I mean by abyss of Craftland. Even when it's tidy, I still feel like it's just not all the way there. But I digress. So again, I did have to add another huge giant layer of Mod Podge just to really smooth it down and get it on here. But once you add that boatload of Mod Podge and it's nice and wet, it's not going anywhere. And so once that was dry, and again, I did have to let it dry overnight. So you can see I had to add even more Mod Podge just to really get it on there. Another thing you guys can do too is you can do the same idea with the Dollar Tree scarves, which takes a lot less Mod Podge and turns out just as adorable. So now here is the next day, and I'm just taking my scissors and I'm trimming around the edge. And I will tell you that it seemed like the edge, like a little bit parts of it, you know, you could kind of see the towel just a little bit, like it wasn't completely clean and perfect. So I'm probably going to go back in with my hair trimming scissors because they are nice and sharp, and I have a new pair on the way in the mail because I have been crafting with my hair scissors. So comment and let me know, what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be recreating? It is a blessing and an honor to have y'all here. I am so thankful and I love y'all, and I'll chat with you very soon. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. Now listen, I do have a giveaway going on, so see the description box below to check out the details on that giveaway. And if you guys are new, I would love to have you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, punch that bell, it'll update you every time I post a new video. And thank you guys so much for being here, crafting and decorating, and all of the kind comments you share are so amazing and felt, and I know they bless me and they bless others that read them. So don't forget to spread kindness, love, and joy. I also have an Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. You guys, I post several DIY videos a day over there to keep you guys inspired and crafting and decorating and all of that fun stuff. So pop over there, follow me over there. I also have a free little Facebook group page. You guys are going to love that as well. And if you want to say good morning to me with a good morning cup of coffee, I share a prayer card and a coffee on my Instagram story as well. So I love y'all to the moon and back. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everybody that's from Heidi's channel. I'm just blessed and honored to have you guys here. So I'm wishing you a fabulous, gorgeous, blessed day. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And we'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.